Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Pascal, Ibgui daughter, after Racy golden Bachelorette date, Joan Vasso's suitors left little to the imagination on the last episode of the Golden Bachelorette. Pascal, Ibgui's daughter, took to social media to react to her dad's Racy date. Why did it scar her for life? Keep reading for all the details. Racy golden Bachelorette date shocks fans. Joan Vassos admitted to lying to her family ahead of her Golden Bachelorette journey. She promised not to kiss anyone on TV, but as viewers know, she's broken that promise several times already. But a group date on the last episode of the reality show took things a step beyond kissing. Several of her suitors bared it all in a Racy striptease date. Sure, it was to raise money for Stand Up to Cancer, but some viewers were shocked by the men stripping down, but not necessarily in a bad one. One viewer took to Reddit to praise how fit the older men were. They wrote, "Many of them had better abs than I've seen on 20-year-olds." Another viewer agreed and singled out frontrunner Pascal Ibgui. Right? I don't love Pascal, but he has quite the torso for a 69-year-old man. But a third fan was grossed out by Jonathan's behavior. They wrote, "And then Jonathan presents Joan with his golden panties?" Pascal Ibgui's daughter scared after watching. Count Pascal Ibgui's daughter, Natalie Crystal, was one viewer not looking forward to the Racy date. She took to social media before the episode aired. She joked that seeing her dad as a Chippendale dancer would scar her. She said that she'd never look at her dad the same again. However, she did agree with his fans that his abs look fantastic. His daughter revealed his secret to abs at his age. She said that he goes to the gym constantly, even while on vacation. She chalked the abs up to commitment. Sweet photo of dad and daughter. Despite bearing his abs, his daughter seems to be proud of her dad for joining the Golden Bachelorette. She shared a throwback picture from her childhood. The sweet photo shows a younger Pascal Ibgui, with gorgeous brown hair and a scruffy beard, holding his daughter while they were swimming in a pool. Joey Graziadei revealed that Kelsey Anderson didn't love watching her dad, Mark Anderson, on the striptease date either. Pascal Ibgui, a contestant on the Golden Bachelorette, had always been known for his refined charm, mature demeanor, and an understated elegance that set him apart from the other men vying for Joan Vasso's heart. The competition had been heating up, but no one expected the recent controversy that emerged after his Racy one-on-one date, which not only left viewers speechless but also led to some unexpected personal fallout, particularly with his daughter. The date in question had started innocently enough, with Joan inviting Pascal to a luxurious evening dinner by the beach. The soft sound of waves crashing in the background created a romantic ambience, and Joan, wearing a flowing gown, seemed eager to learn more about Pascal's quiet but magnetic personality. The chemistry between them had been building for weeks, but no one had anticipated the turn the evening would take when the couple moved from their elegant dinner to a more secluded part of the beach for a spontaneous midnight swim. What followed left many fans shocked. The cameras, ever present but unobtrusive, captured the pair stripping down to their underwear and running into the ocean for a dip. It was a scene straight out of a romance novel, with moonlight reflecting off the water as they playfully splashed each other, their laughter echoing in the night. But as things escalated, with Joan and Pascal sharing an intimate kiss that grew more heated by the second, the scene quickly crossed a line that many found unexpected for a show targeting an older, more traditional audience. The date aired, and social media exploded. Fans were divided. Some praised the couple for embracing their passion and showing that love and desire don't have an expiration date. Others, however, were uncomfortable with the overt sensuality, especially in a franchise known more for sweet, slow-burn romances than steamy moments. But while viewers argued online, there was one person whose reaction hit much closer to home: Pascal's daughter, Emily. Emily Ibgui had always admired her father. To her, Pascal was a dignified man, a single parent who had raised her with love, integrity, and a strong sense of values. Throughout her life, Pascal had been a steady, protective figure, always putting family first. When he decided to join the Golden Bachelorette, Emily was supportive, excited at the prospect of him finding love again. But nothing could have prepared her for seeing her father in such a vulnerable and, in her eyes, compromising position on national television. Watching the scene unfold was like a gut punch for Emily. She had tuned in with some friends, expecting a typical episode filled with lighthearted moments and maybe a deep conversation or two. Instead, she was confronted with an image of her father that felt foreign to her, one that was so unlike the man she thought she knew. The passionate kiss, the half-clothed frolicking in the ocean, the intensity between Pascal and Joan. It left her feeling both embarrassed and hurt. This wasn't the version of her father she had grown up with, and it certainly wasn't the image she wanted the world to see. The fallout between Pascal and Emily came swiftly. After the episode aired, Emily avoided her father's calls, unable to shake the discomfort she felt. When Pascal finally managed to reach her, their conversation was strained. "Dad, what were you thinking?" Emily's voice trembled with a mix of anger and confusion. "Do you even realize how that looked? You're not just some guy on TV, you're my father. Everyone's talking about this. It's humiliating." Pascal, taken aback, tried to explain. "Emily, I'm sorry if it was hard for you to watch, but I'm not just your father. I'm a man too. I have feelings, desires, and that's not the point." Emily interrupted. "You're supposed to be setting an example. This wasn't some private moment between you and Joan. It was for the whole world to see. I don't even know how to look at you the same way after that." Her words cut deep. Pascal, normally so composed, found himself at a loss. He had entered the Golden Bachelorette to find love, to open up in ways he hadn't allowed himself to since losing Emily's mother. He hadn't anticipated that his actions would have such a profound effect on his daughter. In his mind, he was showing Joan, and the world, that he was still capable of passion, that age hadn't dulled his spark. But in doing so, he had unknowingly hurt the person who mattered most to him. For days after their argument, Pascal couldn't shake the conversation with Emily. The competition on the Golden Bachelorette continued, and while he still felt a deep connection with Joan, his heart wasn't fully in it anymore. Every time he thought about the possibility of a future with Joan, his mind drifted back to his daughter, the fractured relationship that now hung in the balance. Was he willing to risk his bond with Emily for a chance at love? Could he find a way to make both relationships work? In an emotional confessional later that week, Pascal opened up to the cameras, revealing the inner turmoil he had been grappling with since the date. "I never meant to hurt Emily," he said, his voice cracking. "I was just trying to be true to myself, to show Joan that I'm still alive, still capable of feeling deeply. But in doing that, I've realized that I might have lost sight of what's most important, my family." The vulnerability Pascal displayed in that moment struck a chord with fans. While some still criticized him for the Racy date, many others empathized with his struggle to balance personal happiness with family responsibility. As for Emily, the days following their heated argument gave her time to reflect. She loved her father, and though the date had shaken her, she began to realize that her reaction stemmed not from anger, but from fear. Fear of losing the steady, dependable man she had always known to the unpredictable world of reality TV romance. In the end, Pascal's journey on the Golden Bachelorette wasn't just about finding love with Joan. It became a deeper exploration of his own identity and the relationships that mattered most. The scars left by that racy date didn't just affect his standing with Joan. They etched a new chapter in his relationship with his daughter, one that would require time, understanding, and healing to fully mend.